Thank you for doing it. Hrgović in 7.
Hrgović in 7.
Is that the way it goes against Moses Itauma?
Yeah, Devo says already.
Devo has spoken.
Devo has spoken. It was a prophecy.
Well,
I will destroy the kid, man. I'll throw him out of the ring. I'm fucking animal, man. So I'll throw him out of the ring. I'll throw him back to high school.
I think probably the biggest comparison I would say is how Mike Tyson loved the game, would always study fighters of the past, etc. Moses has that same love for it.
Does he?
Yeah, like we'll send him his sparring at 2 a.m. He'll be texting us clips like, is this more what you want?
He's a student.
Yeah, he absolutely loves it. And that's that, along with his maturity at his age.
Very composed, isn't he? Very composed. Yeah.
That is what is allowing him to achieve what he's achieving at such a young age.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of talented fighters out there, but not many that
can execute it on the back of it. Yeah.
I think Itauma stops him. Yeah.
I always thought Hrgović was a world-class operator in the heavyweight division. If he does end up fighting Itauma next, hopefully he can give Itauma some rounds and he can take some of those shots. The easy answer for Benya if Itauma fought Hrgović is that Itauma just absolutely flies through him.
World where Hrgović lands anything significant on Moses Itauma. Because Moses is in and out, he's around, he changed the angle. It's bordering like Bam Rodriguez and what he does to the guys at like 112, 116.
Yeah.
Like it's bordering that. Like Moses is so much quicker and he's so much better at exiting the exchanges that he just doesn't get caught. And I don't think he will until he comes up against someone with good hands, not Hrgović.
But IBF belt on the line. Hrgović getting a proper world title shot now, because when he fought Dubois, that was for the interim belt, it wasn't the real thing. This is a very, very intriguing matchup. And this is different where you have someone, everyone said it about Itauma, he's the kid who's going to do all, and Hrgović is like, he's nothing. If he beats me, I'll shake his hand, but he's nothing. It's very interesting, isn't it? It's very, very interesting. I really like this face-off.
At only 21, Moses Itauma has already captured serious attention across the heavyweight division. With an unbeaten 14-0 record, the British prospect is chasing a remarkable milestone, becoming the youngest heavyweight world champion since Mike Tyson. However, his next challenge could be his toughest test yet. Itauma is set to battle 34-year-old Croatian veteran Filip Hrgović for the vacant IBF heavyweight championship. And the matchup looks like a dangerous situation waiting to unfold.
Moses Itauma, cheeky cheeky boom boom. Moses Itauma, oh yeah.
This is recorded, we can get all that out.
Big fight, isn't it? Oh yeah.
I've never seen you sing. This is nice. I like this.
Cheeky cheeky boom boom. Hrgović in 7.
Hrgović in 7. Is that the way this? Is that the way you see this going?
Hrgović in 7. You remember that from Doncaster?
I do. Now you say it. Now you say it. that was Devo. Yeah, I forgot about that.
He's a proper Donny soldier.
Did you like that song?
Hrgović in 7. It's a great song, man.
As excitement around the young contender continues to build rapidly, several of boxing's most respected figures are raising serious concerns. Their warnings suggest that this major opportunity could reveal a weakness that has largely gone unnoticed until now.
I think people are forgetting that he still has to get past Hrgović first. Some people are talking about Moses Itauma fighting Daniel Dubois in 2027, and I think they're simply overlooking that Hrgović is such a dangerous fighter. He's beat Zhilei Zhang, Joe Joyce, David Adelaide and Dave Allen. Now I completely understand that Moses Itauma is in the spotlight, is regarded as one of the most destructive prospects in heavyweight boxing, but you should never overlook a boxer, especially in that heavyweight division, because it only takes least one shot. I mean, yeah, I do think Moses Simon does beat Filip Hrgović in their fight, but that doesn't mean Hrgović couldn't expose Moses in certain parts of his fighting.
There is no question that Hrgović presents a level of physical danger Itama has not encountered before. Derek Cazorla was among the first to highlight the threat, describing Hrgović as an exceptional fighter and emphasizing just how significant this challenge is for the young British boxer.
So Moses and Daniel are the guys to watch out for right now. They're the killers of the game.
Moses has a major step up. He hasn't fought anybody with the resume of Hrgović or in the contender position that Hrgović is in. Do you think that he goes through Hrgović like he has everybody else?
No, it's going to be a hard fight, but Moses is going to dig deep and he's going to win it. Yeah. We both know how Hrgović gets caught and how he sometimes he just like drops down, like he feels sorry for himself when he gets hit. But I believe that Moses is going to come through that fight, you know, because, listen, he's a young lion. How old is he? 22, 21?
Yeah.
Exactly my point. He's just one of those guys. You know, so listen, all I'm saying is, yeah, those are the two guys right now in the division who can trouble anybody they want.
Well, those two guys, if what you say is true, are definitely on a collision course. Who do you think wins that fight if it were to happen today?
Can I be honest with you?
Please.
Money has to go on. Can I be honest? You just gave me a very tough question there, bro, because both fighters are great fighters. I will go with, God damn. I have to go with Moses.
Carl Froch shared a similar assessment, stressing that the experienced fighter should not be viewed as an easy opponent on the way to bigger challenges. He highlighted the Croatian's technically sound Eastern European style, particularly his sharp jab, strong positioning, and understated defensive movement. Above all, Froch emphasized that Hrgović could be the toughest examination yet for Adama's ability to take a punch, an area that has still not been fully tested against top-level opposition.
For Filip Hrgović, got to give him some credit. He boxed really well, relaxed, probably didn't get out of second gear, and he's now being touted potentially for fighting Moses Atama. Now that for me is a juicy fight because Filip Hrgović is a good, solid, all-round. You know, he's a real professional boxer in the sense that he does everything correct. He's like a Queensberry rule standard. He's got that Eastern European sort of style about him where all his fundamentals are solid. Good jab, good balance, good head movement. He reads the shots well. The only loss was to Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois punches hard. And he was catching Daniel Dubois. When you remember that fight, it was very close. And then Daniel Dubois ended up getting him out there. But he punches so hard. I've seen when he hits people a lot. I've been hit with a stun gun. So Hrgović is it's a force to be reckoned with. And he's certainly, I don't want to say he's a stepping stone or a test before world level, but he is. And if Moses Atama can come through that fight against Hrgović, that's going to answer a few questions that we need to find out about Atama if he's being dubbed as the future of the heavyweight boxing. He's a fantastic fighter, fast hands, good combination, highly skillful. Can he take a punch? I think Hrgović will test that chin because he can certainly punch a little bit. He's a big lump, big unit. So yeah, I will look forward to that one when that one happens. Hrgović, Atama. Let's get ready for that.
The biggest concern may not come from one huge shot. Joseph Parker instead focused on the exhausting pressure Hrgović can create throughout the entire contest. According to Parker, the Croatian will keep advancing, remain in pursuit of Adama, and continue working without giving him much room to breathe. Over the course of 40 demanding minutes, that constant attack could force the young fighter to operate in uncomfortable territory.
Listen, Atama is very talented, very sharp, only getting better and better with each fight. And this will be a good test for him because Hrgović is no slouch and no one is just going to come easy and try and give it to him, you know? Hrgović will be throwing punches, chasing him down. And if Moses can deal with that and look impressive, then you know he's ready for the big stage.
Johnny Nelson made a similar point, describing this matchup as a crucial test under genuine pressure. He explained that there are still major uncertainties surrounding Adama's ability to respond when a fight becomes difficult, and he believes Hrgović possesses the style and experience capable of exposing those weaknesses.
So Johnny, we've got a huge heavyweight title fight coming up in Moses Atama against Filip Hrgović. Talk to me and tell me, how do you see it going?
I think Moses Atama, too sharp, too smart, too technically astute for him, and too young. I think Hrgović will give him a few things to think about to improve him as a fighter if he's going to be the heir apparent. So it'll be a learning lessons for him, but I think Moses Atama beats Hrgović. If he doesn't go to pit distance, stops him very late.
Do you see Moses getting hurt in the fight at all?
I see questions being answered, which he needs to, and every fight he has from this point onwards needs to be that case. If he wants to be a champion and stay a champion, it can't be an easy ride all the way you're going through, because eventually you're going to come up against somebody that gives you something different and makes you think about what kind of fighter you are. If you get hit, you get hurt, you get wobbled, you get put down. You want this to happen now before you become a champion, because at that time there's too much at stake, and then you're thinking, oh my goodness, this is it, it's over, this shouldn't happen to me. So I think this is a good learning fight for Moses that he can win.
While many fighters and analysts are focused on whether Adama can withstand serious punishment, Tony Bellew raised a very different concern about the matchup. His worry is not that the young prospect gets beaten, but that he finishes Hrgović far too quickly. Bellew believes a spectacular early stoppage could accelerate Adama's rise so dramatically that he is immediately matched with the division's toughest heavyweights, before the 21-year-old has had the chance to develop the experience needed for the later rounds.
I think
what about Moses? Would you believe in all this hype around Moses?
Moses wouldn't go near him at the minute. I think it'd be absolutely insane to throw Moses Atama into Usyk after not being past. Has he been past 6 yet? Has he been past 7 or 8?
I don't think yet.
If you haven't been, well, he definitely hasn't been past 8. Yeah. So would you throw a fight into a fight with someone like him? Because his game plan would just be, I've only got to see past 6 rounds with you, kid, and I'm going to take you to a place you've never been.
And that's the media machine, getting people. If I say to everybody, I've seen you fight, I've seen him take about 20 people, then he tells someone, all of a sudden, you've not had one fight and everybody believes you're a bad man.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, though, because he is obviously shit hot and very, very good.
Moses.
Yeah.
Of course he's very good.
The thing is,
but against who so far?
Yeah, that's
you know, your best win.
That's a fair point.
Your best win is Jermaine Franklin.
Yeah.
Jermaine Franklin's known for the losing.
So, and that's the job as a promoter. The job as a promoter is for us to believe that you are a don.
And that's what Frank does well. You can't knock that's one thing Frank Warren does well, and no one can knock that. He builds a fighter really well, and he generates the hype train to a point where there's no going back. That's where Moses is at now.
So out of his fights that he has now, the heavyweights, who would you say his golden goose was? Moses? Daniel?
It's Moses all day.
Okay, so do you think Moses gets through the Hrgović fight?
Yep.
Do you think he
gets rid of him inside 6 rounds?
Do you think he puts him in with Daniel?
And then that's what worries me is he gets through the Hrgović fight and he blows him away in 6 rounds, and then they throw him to the wolves.
Meanwhile, Filip Hrgović appears unfazed by the concerns surrounding the matchup. The seasoned heavyweight has made his intentions clear, predicting that the fight will end with him stopping Adama in the 7th round. He says he believes he was brought in to serve as the loser, but intends to completely disrupt those expectations. Hrgović also argues that the young British fighter has been given an easy path so far, and has yet to experience a clean punch from a genuine heavyweight opponent.
The dream.
He says his team will solve the Hrgović puzzle. What is the puzzle? What are your biggest assets, do you think? We see you as possibly the best 3-round heavyweight on the planet with your power. What is it that's going to trouble Atama?
Oh, we'll see, but I think I'm the best opponent he faced. I think he never been until now in the ring with someone like me with that kind of experience, endurance, toughness, power. So let's see how good he is. Everyone says he's a future superstar, future Lennox Lewis.
And you believe it as well, Doctor?
Let's see.
Do you believe it as well? Do you believe he's that good?
We'll see, I don't know. For right now, I'm not impressed. I must see something more than this to believe he's a real deal, so let's see.
What are you not impressed with?
I never see him receive a real punch. I never see him in a dangerous situation, never see him struggling. So in his boxing career and his life, everything so far was like easy. And he was a youth world champion, me as well. But I had a hard journey in amateurs, in elite level, in WSB, and in professional career. I was fighting like a lion to come in this position. You know, I'm from a small country where there's no boxing on a map. So he was, of course, he worked hard, but his road is much easier than mine. So I think he's never been in the ring with someone like me.
Despite the concerns being raised, several heavyweight voices believe the matchup is not nearly as dangerous as some suggest. Alexander Usyk has played down the threat, highlighting Adama's unusually composed nature and mature mindset for someone so young. In Usyk's view, that remarkable level of calm could help the young fighter withstand and counter the veteran's constant pressure.
My name is Guy Itauma. Moses Itauma. I think he's a great fighter. The young, 20 years, yeah?
20.
Yeah, 20 years. I think Itauma have big future.
Barry McGuigan offered an even stronger endorsement, describing Adama as one of the most impressive heavyweight fighters he has watched in years. He also expects the young prospect to secure a quick win, rejecting any suggestion that the level of opposition is currently beyond Adama's capabilities.
We've not seen Moses in with a fighter of this caliber yet.
That's right. Good point.
But the thing we are, we can only go off what we've seen, and he's been perfect so far. You know, with Hrgović, he's experienced. He's had some big nights, some big names. But what I will say is, he's never come up against anyone like Moses Itauma. And I know we can talk about he's boxed southpaws as an Olympian and this and that. We're talking a different ballgame here. This guy is different.
On the flip side, this is a great matchup for Filip Hrgović because he's an elite heavy. He's got nothing to lose. Heavyweight, and if Moses Itauma. Going into this one, we find out more about him. I'm with you guys. I think Itauma does the job.
You can't write Hrgović off.
You cannot write Hrgović off because we saw levels to the game when he boxed David Adelaide. We saw it when he boxed last time out against absolutely. So
Dave Allen.
Yeah, Dave Allen. So there's levels to this game, mate, and Filip Hrgović is that test. People are talking about him just being the opponent there before he goes up Moses Itauma and wins. He's more than an opponent. He's more than an opponent.
He's absolutely more than an opponent. But the point is, he reminds me. Look, I've seen him spar with Dubois when he came into the gym, and he was so good. And he only done 3 rounds and got out, but still he looked so impressive and Dubois is such a banger, such a powerful, strong, explosive puncher. And I watched this kid and I went, wow, where the hell did he come out of? And he won the world under-19s as an amateur. He is, I'm telling you, Frank got him at the right time because nobody heard about him, and he invested money in him and said, this is the guy to have. And he is the best heavyweight I've seen in a long, long time. And I know Hrgović is incredibly tough, and there's every chance that I could be eating my words. If he blows out after 6 rounds and Hrgović is still coming on, Hrgović could win. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's going to get him out and going to get him out.
However, natural ability alone may not carry Adama through the matchup if one technical weakness becomes costly. Duke McKenzie identified a serious concern with the young fighter's approach, specifically his tendency to cover distance by suddenly jumping forward. McKenzie warned that using that kind of risky entry against a fundamentally sound opponent who can punish mistakes with heavy counters could make Hrgović an especially difficult stylistic matchup for Adama.
Duke, I mean, when you look at the fight, I know you've touched upon the fact that you don't think it's going to be an easy night for Itauma. He's going to have to earn this victory. Hrgović has been brought in. I mean, he's the fight that Itauma called for himself. But he has been brought in on the back of a huge opportunity for Queensberry to dominate the heavyweight division with another champion holding another belt. He is a cash cow for Frank. Frank doesn't make bad matchmaking decisions very, very rarely. When you look at this Hrgović fight, I mean, I talked to Adam Booth about him. Adam Booth thinks that Hrgović has got real tickets on himself and will really fancy this fight and really believe that ultimately Atoma is a little upstart that's in his way. What kind of fight do you anticipate, and how do you foresee the ending coming?
I think that with Hrgović, he can only fight one way, and he likes to fight one way, and that's because he likes to fight. He's not a mover and a shaker. He's not a boxer. You know, he's got that big right hand, and you know, most of the time he'd have to be on his A game.
Is he one pace, Duke?
He's a little one-paced, yeah, he is a little one-paced. Like I say, he's not a mover and a shaker, he doesn't move his feet that great, but what he has got is an almighty right hand, and if he hits anybody with that right hand, they're going to know about it. So, obviously, Atoma's going to have to bring his A game. This should tell you all you need to know about Moses Atoma, because he's going to have to adapt now, where he hasn't had to do that in previous fights. He hasn't had to adapt. He's had everything his own way. He's hit guys on the chin, and they've gone over, and he's just had it all his own way. In this fight, he's going to have strategy and tactic. So if he gets the right strategy and the right tactics, then he can win this fight. But it's not going to be easy.
The strategic concerns grew even stronger when Shane McGuigan questioned the work of Atoma's coach, Ben Davidson. After studying footage from the training camp, McGuigan criticized the instructions being given to the young fighter, particularly the recommendation to launch uppercuts immediately after a double jab. In McGuigan's view, relying on that combination against an experienced opponent with sharp counter timing could expose Atoma to serious punishment.
But against Usyk, he didn't believe, you know what I mean? And I don't think he'll have that belief against Moses Atoma. I don't think he will, because Moses is so sharp. He's you know, inspiring's one thing, I get it, but like, you know, he's struggled with him a lot. And yes, the fight, if it goes past 5 rounds, 5-6 rounds, then it's a completely different fight. But you've got to get past 5 or 6 rounds, and you know, there was a timing thing. Like Wardley loves guys to come to you, so like when he hurt Daniel, he went out looking for him, and he can't press. He loses his accuracy, he loses his distance control, because he hasn't got the fundamentals. But we're talking about Moses Atoma, a kid that's like naturally gifted. He's a phenomenal fighter. Like, he can close that distance, he can hit you at all ranges, and if he has you hurt like that, he's taking you out. So but heavyweight boxing, anything can happen, but I just don't think it would be the best fight for Daniel.
Despite those concerns, other analysts see Hrgovic's physical dimensions as a potential weakness rather than an advantage. Legendary trainer Teddy Atlas offered a detailed explanation, comparing the 6'6" Croatian to a tall structure filled with openings that can be attacked. Atlas specifically highlighted Hrgovic's limited movement of the head, arguing that his upright and stationary posture could leave him exposed to a fast and powerful puncher.
With an unbelievable chin, great heart, good amateur background, experienced. He is a standard guy. Until that changes, and I think you need a real teacher. I'm not trying to knock a guy who had Triple G and a guy who's had, you know, good fighters, and because that's, people say, "Oh, Teddy, how you gonna knock Abel Sanchez?" I'm not here to knock anyone, and I'm not knocking him. What I'm saying is you can't take for granted because a guy was with a great fighter that he's a teacher. He might be a good conditioner. A guy that, as my son said, he did a great job closing that cut. He's a good cut man. All of that, good corner man. But I haven't seen yet evidence of teaching. I haven't seen Hrgović change. I see a big guy again. I see a game guy, a great chin. I see a guy who's not hard to hit, though. I see a guy who's very standard.
That possibility has led many boxing discussions toward the same prediction, a stoppage somewhere in the middle or later stages of the bout. The theory is that Atoma's fast southpaw jab could repeatedly target Hrgovic's previous facial damage, potentially causing the area to open again. If the bleeding becomes severe enough, fans believe the referee or ringside physician could have no choice but to end the contest, giving the young fighter a technical knockout victory despite the disappointing nature of such a finish.
Heat continues here because Moses Tauma, Filip Hrgović, both guys coming forward. We saw what Moses can do just last time out, but Filip this morning says, I'm an animal, I'm a savage. I won't use his exact words, but he's on the hunt, shall we say. What a fight this is.
It's a great fight. I mean, again, you've got I think in 3 governing bodies now, Moses is ranked number 1, and Filip's in, I think, in the top 5 of nearly all of them. Got a wealth of experience. Moses, as I say, he's still only 21, and he's fighting a guy who's an Olympic medalist, who's never been knocked out, stopped with cuts, tough sod, especially early in fights. You know, he's really, you know, you've seen him. I've seen him with Daniel Dubois in that fight, and they were tough rounds, and you know, Daniel did extremely well to come through it. But this is a big step up for Moses, but we believe in him, and this will be an extra special fight.
So we spoke to Filip about that before, and he was saying, look, everyone's saying Moses is going to do this. They think Moses, he said before the Dubois fight, everyone was saying that about me. Everyone was saying I was going to go through that. Sometimes scripts are ripped up. You can't look away from this one.
So there's no scripts in boxing. It's all making it up as you go along, and that's what happens in the ring. You know, once that bell goes, you know, the guys come out and they get down on it, and especially the heavyweights. You know, these guys are big punchers, and anything can happen. If you get caught, you get caught. I've seen it. I've seen the best fighters. Whether it's in 1 or 2 heavyweights in history who've ever been undefeated. Yeah. All the others have got L's on their records. All of them, all the greats, the Alis, the Fraziers, the Foremans, the Joe Louis, Mike Tyson. All of them have got them on there. So, you know, that's what happens. But they still were great fighters at their period of time. You know, Moses is a young man, and, you know, we believe in him. He believes in himself. And I think up to this moment in time, he's probably done more than any young fighter I've been involved with.
Ultimately, the promoters are placing enormous confidence in their young prospect. Eddie Hearn has made his position clear, naming Moses as the strong favorite and predicting that he will get the job done and leave the fight as the new IBF World Heavyweight Champion. Now, the boxing world waits to see how this defining test unfolds. Can the young prodigy break through the veteran's resistance? Or will Hrgović withstand the challenge and force him into unfamiliar territory? What do you think will happen when these 2 heavyweights meet? Share your prediction in the comments below. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next uploads. Be sure to leave your thoughts below and share this video with others who follow the sport. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.